Hello and welcome to Stitching with My Kitties, floss tube number 48. I'm Patty Penn and this is Sunday, 8 February 2026. I'm so glad you're joining with me today. If you're new, I hope you like what you see and that you will consider liking the video and subscribing and telling all your friends. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all of you and I hope you really enjoyed today's video. I don't think it's going to be an extremely long one. It's already 5:15 here on the East Coast. We got back, we've been home just right at 24 hours. We got home maybe about 4:30, 4:45 yesterday after being gone for 17, 18 days. So it was good to be home. It was great to get away. We had a fabulous 2 weeks on the ship. The first 8 days was the floss tube at sea with Deb and Liz from Country Stitchers and Michelle G from Stitchy Bendy. Hang on. Bendy Stitchy, I was right the first time. Hello, Michelle. I will link Michelle's floss tube channel below. I did not realize that she had a floss tube. I'm almost positive that I met her on the Alaskan cruise back last September. So, and of course it was great to see Catherine. Unfortunately, her husband Rick wasn't with her this time. But she and of course Jean is fabulous. I mean, Jean knows so much about samplers. And I've got a special surprise for you regarding one of Jean's samplers. I also got to meet Karen Grapp in person. We exchanged Christmas gifts, or Christmas ornaments for Sampler Guild of the Rockies this past Christmas, and then she realized that I was going to be on the cruise, and so Damon and I had the Jean and all of the people associated with the floss tube at sea, along with Karen and her husband Ron. Damon and I had a little cocktail party in our stateroom for them, and that was so much fun. It was just a great cruise. Deb and Liz are just as friendly and kind, and there's not enough words to describe. They are just fabulous. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw the project that they had us do, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. Damon and I, even though we were on the ship, I don't know how many ports of call we stopped at for the last 2 weeks. We got off a total of 3 times because we had been to all the islands before. We did get off in Curacao and just walked around. We only had one excursion. Curacao, I didn't remember a whole lot about it. It's a beautiful little island. I don't know the name of the town that we stopped at. And we just walked around. I did get 2 pair of pajamas made out of bamboo, and they are so soft. Oh my gosh, they're luxurious. And then I also got, I don't know if you can see them. See the 3 little bunnies, the little Delft bunnies? You can't tell they're Delft there. I did get those to go with the candlesticks that I got when we were in Amsterdam a few years ago. So so we were probably off the ship maybe 2-3 hours and went back and I stitched for the rest of the day. Then we got off in Key West, walked around, didn't buy anything, and Damon didn't even get his key lime pound stick. So that was not, I mean, you know, it was fine just to walk around. I love Key West. It's a beautiful little island. And then we got off in Cozumel. Now, I was thinking this was the first time we had ever gone to Cozumel. We've been to Cozumel quite a few times. I get Cancun and Cozumel mixed up, and we've been to Cancun a few times. So when we got off the ship, then things started looking familiar. That was our only excursion that we did for the entire trip. We went to a Mayan ruin, and I forgot to write down the name of the ruin. And I know Judy, you're sitting there saying it's San whatever. It started with the G. So if I figure it out, I'll put it in the show notes. It was beautiful. It was. I think I've said before how utterly disgusted I was when we went to Chichen Itza, because all it was wall to wall tents. Oh, sorry, that was Stacy May jumping up on the table. Daisy, that wasn't very nice. Come around here and say hello, sweet girl. Come around here. Don't do that. She's rubbing up against the camera. Come on this side of the camera so people can see you. She's not going to. It was just, I mean, inches high on the drive in to Chichen Itza. Trash, plastic water bottles, everything. We didn't get to see any of the structures. I mean, we got to see the pyramid from a distance. Did not get to see the Daisy, is that your tail? Yes, that's your tail. Okay. Did not get to see the cenote around the temple. The pyramid. We got to see the ball court and two other structures, but no. Daisy, look up here, sweet girl. Show everybody what a pretty girl you are. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Say, hi, I'm Daisy May, and I'm a pretty girl. I'm a pretty girl, and I was mad at my mommy because she left me. Okay, yo, you can get down. She does not like being held or picked up. And all the tour guide wanted to do was steer us to the people selling things. And I realized that that's how they make a living. I don't have a problem with that. However, I don't think it should be in the ruins. Outside of the ruins is fantastic. There wasn't even really, there were a couple of little shops at these ruins right before you went in. But then there was another location that had more elaborate things to sell, and there was a Mayan shaman who gave a blessing. So it was just, I highly recommend it. What I found very interesting, and our guide is also Mayan. Now, I believe he said he was not 100%, that he did have some European blood, but he speaks Mayan, he speaks Spanish, he speaks English, and I'm not sure if he speaks any other languages, but it was really very interesting. This particular settlement, I believe he said had maybe 5,000 inhabitants. It was more of a, I don't want to say a place of worship. It was, I don't know the term to use. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, they did not have human sacrifice, although at one of the altars, it is believed that they did animal sacrifice. They did not have a pyramid, but the temple, in March the 31st and October the 31st, the moon shines right through there was an open box or an open square. And he had just taken, I think it was in October, he had taken a picture of the moon shining through it and showed it to us. And it was amazing. Just how the Mayans could figure all that out. And north, south, east, and west was very important to them. And they used that temple sign, or where the moon would shine, to let them know when to plant and when winter was coming, when to harvest. So it was really wonderful. We saw some what they thought were homes. And maybe next time I'll print out some photos and show you, because I don't know how to add them to my YouTube. I probably should just break down and watch some YouTubes on how to edit your YouTube channel, but I'm too busy stitching. So that was just really fabulous. But when we got home yesterday, the kitties were very, very upset and angry with us. It took them about half an hour to come down to the main floor. I have a picture. Daisy, May, and Duke were sitting on the second floor looking down at me. And Dallas didn't even show up for a while. So they let us know that they did not appreciate us leaving them. Although Christian just, he comes in, if he's tired, he'll lay down and take a nap up in Elena's room, or he texted me and said he was with a friend. Would I mind if they both came over to take care of the kitties? I said, of course not, and thank you for asking. And then they came back another day and had lunch on the front porch, because we have that huge wraparound front porch, and it was a pretty day. So, it's good that I have somebody who really loves the kitties and, wants to take care of them for us. So let's just dive right in. Let's see. Let me show you the table gifts that I got. I'm not going to take these out of the packet, but this was from Trinka King, and it has a frog, it has some 2026 charms, a duck, a flamingo, what do you call those things? Stickers, and a lifesaver. So thank you, Trinka, that was cute. And Robin's, I think it was Silva, maybe. She was supposed to come but didn't make it. But she sent everybody some floss rings. And then somebody else gave me floss rings, but I don't know who. So thank you. And it's got a little peanut, says, I think his name's Schroeder, playing the piano. Is that his name? I don't remember. And then it's got a little heart charm on here. So, and I just put them all together on this ring. I love my floss drops when I need to, for my pearl cottons or my silks. I leave my overdyes on the cards they come on. And then somebody else gave me a button sticker. And then, let's see, I think this has a name on it. Maybe not. Let me take this out of here because I want to show you this. It's really cute. And everybody that I met they were so nice. Stitchingly Along is the name of the company that made this. Now, I don't know if she was there or not because I can't remember. But look at this Americana. You know this is going to get used right away. And some red, white, and blue scissors, or red scissors with white and blue stars. And I love my scissors. And so thank you very much for that. It's such a nice gift. And I can picture her face but I don't remember her name. That's the bad thing. You don't always remember everybody's names. And Jean encouraged us from the first day to sit at a different table every day that we were at sea and stitching. And I did that. I don't know that everybody did. But Rhonda Jenner made this for us. And it's got a whale's tail. It's got 2026. It's got a ship's wheel. It's got scissors. It's on a thimble. I mean, how cute is that? Who would have thought to put a hole through a thimble, put a bead cap on it? I just love it. Thank you so much, Rhonda. And then, again, I forgot. Please, if you're watching this and you gave me these things, please reach out and tell me, remind me, since I don't have a good brain anymore. Damon and I were stationed at Fort Cavazos in Killeen, Texas, 2 different times. And we were there a total almost 10 years. And, you can't live in Texas and not love the wildflowers, especially the bluebonnets. And the home that we owned the last time, it was on about 10 acres. And it was, friends of ours were horse people. So the front yard in front of the house, it was, the house was on one side, and then the lighted night riding arena, the 6-stall horse barn with tack room, the pond, the jumps in the front pasture. But anyway, we had bluebonnets in our entire front yard there. It was beyond beautiful. And I wouldn't let Damon mow the grass because you have to let them go to seed so that they'll come back the next year. So look, I commented on these and she gave them to me. She gave me her scissors, and look at this fob. Look at the scissors fob and the little Texas charm. People are just so generous. And then, I forget who gave us this, but Effie Jewelers gives away these little lockets, and you can go to Effie different times of the cruise, and they'll give you little charms to put in it. Well, she designed this and then gave us the stuff to make it. So that's cute. So I've got several of these, so I'm gonna have to stitch that up real quick. And then Romy sent along with somebody charts that just to pick up. So I saw this, bunny, a bunny, and then this one. I love you to the moon. I thought that was very nice. And Jean taught us how to do a circular finish. So this came in, I can put my new knowledge to work. And then Karen Grapp saw this on the table, picked it up for me. Now look at that. That could almost be a bluebonnet. Now I think that's a thistle, but that could almost be a bluebonnet. And then look at that little kitty. So, those are my goodies from my table gifts and things that I got from everyone. Then let me show you the projects that we had. Okay, Deb and Liz, Country Stitchers, had us make this pin cushion. We went up and they said, pick out two wood pieces, get a pack of pins. The pins were all alike. They had the umbrellas in our little kit, had little sandals, and then this is wool felt to make the pin cushion. And then Robin, who unfortunately couldn't make it, she sent everybody a turtle charm, so I put my turtle on that side. But is that a cute idea? And then, we all started brainstorming, and, you know, you can make them for Christmas. Put a little miniature Christmas tree and little presents, and or winter ones, snowmen, and summer ones with plants and flowers. And so that was one of the projects. And then Jean, like I said, I've got 2 more circles to back this with. And I didn't finish mine because I want to put some lady dot trim, and then I'll put a hanger. So that was Jean's project that we did. We stitched it ahead of time. Once we got on the ship, we stitched it ahead of time. Then the project from Michelle G, Bendy Stitchy. Oh, so cute. Hang on, where is it? Okay, she designed this chart for us, Floss Tube at Sea 2026, and then our 3 ports of call, which were Grand Cayman, Aruba, and Curacao. And she and her daughter put together these books, and it's just got all sorts of pages in here, and it's a little memory book of your time on the cruise. So I did not stitch mine yet. I will, and I will show my completed book when I'm finished. Then Jean, when we went in to register and get our name tags and everything, we had this really cute bag, Floss Tube at Sea, and it had our refrigerator magnet in it. And then here is the sampler for the sea. I love these colors. They are gorgeous. And then it came with the linen and the John James needles. And I think I got 36 count linen. Then every day when we went in, they gave us another goodie. One day we got this really pretty tray. And it says, "Let me sail the open sea to breathe the warm and salty air and dream of things to be." Erica Billups. So, and then look at the little waves that are X's, cross stitches. Is that cute? So I think I'm going to keep this up in my sewing room. And then one day we got this little bag. A stitching cruise is always a good idea. And you know, this is right up my alley. It's pink. And then I forgot to bring, we got, I call them stemless wine cups. They're actually kind of like a Yeti with a plastic lid. I forgot to bring those in to show, but since I got one, and then they gave me one for Damon, so I thought that was really nice. And then we played right, left, center, and I had never played that before. And Niecy Lynn had kind of told me about it. So Jean brought loads of floss, and each of us got 6 skeins. So we could play 2 games. You start with 3. You can do whatever. Some people they say use quarters. Some people use dollars. A lot of cross stitchers use flosses. So we had 11 people at our table, and all of us got 3 skeins per game, and we had 2 games. I won the second game. So I got 66 skeins of floss. Look at these luscious, watercolors, impressions, and I don't know what this is. Now, if you do, leave me a message. This is DMC4. I'm not sure what it is. Let me put my reading glasses on. Hang on a minute. I don't know what this is. It's 10 meters and it's for tapestry. I don't think it's I don't believe it's wool though. I think it's some kind of cotton. So perhaps you don't, but it's not like pearl. So if you know what this is, what it's used for, could you please leave me a message? Because I'm going to need to do a little bit of research. I'm sure I can go to the DMC. But I mean, look at these. I just dropped some on the floor and I got to pick it up before Daisy Mae gets it. I mean, look at these. So I was just flabbergasted. I mean, so that was a lot of fun. And I really did enjoy right, left, center. So that, I think, is the goodies from the Cross Stitch at Sea part of the cruise. I think that's the stuff from everybody. Oh yeah, now let me show you. I did, Jean and Michelle both had pop-up shops. So I got two charts from Michelle, Bendy Stitchy. I got this 1905 bird. I apologize that it's glaring, but I love the colors. And then I got Rebecca Kemp 1848. Look at those luscious colors. Aren't they gorgeous? And she had the sulky pack to go with them. So, you know, I like stitching with the sulky 12 weight. I think I stitched on 32. I don't think it's 36. I was thinking it was, but I think it's 32. And I do have a lot of 32, not only even weave, but I do have some 32 count linens now also. And then from Jean, I love getting her floss drops that match the sampler that she made for us. So I got a set of floss drops. And then I can't show you the inside because it's all charts, but this alphabet workbook. And somebody said that she's coming out with a border workbook. And I don't know when. She has an Etsy shop. I will link her Etsy shop. Let me write that down. Link Jean's Etsy. So that I don't forget. So I got that. Then I got Jane Hattersley. And she had the Cosmo flosses to go with it. So I got that one. And then I picked this up and put it down. I picked it up and put it down. I finally decided I needed a English Country Garden Christmas stocking ornaments. And again, I'm sorry I didn't take this out of the package. And then look at the colors of Cosmo. So that is, oh, one other thing. A new pair of scissors. And I forget the name of the manufacturer here. Let me see. Something Whiteley. No, I don't think you're going to be able to see that, but you can't. So, and of course I dropped the scissor sheath and somebody's run off with it. Guess who? Daisy Mae. What have I been working on? Oh, my book. So, I finished February. And this was fun. And then I decorated March. Now, you know, I've been gone, just got back yesterday, the 7th, which was Damon and my 44th wedding anniversary. So here, and then floss tube today. You know, nothing real exciting. I'm really enjoying this book though. I'm really glad I got this one this year. So I have been working on 2 whips, and that's all. I've got my March Freak for the Beak to do, and it's this one right here, this kind of one right here, and I don't have a whole lot done on it, but I'm going to finish him. I'll work on him continuously until I finish this month's. Then I will do my April sweet stitching from pine needles last year, and I can't find my March that I thought I stitched, and according to my planner, I finished it, but I don't know what it did with it. So, and then I'm working on my second Sampler Guild of the Rockies challenge for this year. And this is American Sampler by Crochet A Go-Go. This is as far down, and that's as far up over as it will be. Here is what the whole thing looks like. Now it's big. It's 215 by 315. I'm doing this on 40 count Shrekie's Tan by Needle Bling. And it's all DMC, and I'm using the call for DMC. It's big, but if you make a mistake, especially in the border, you see it pretty quickly, especially if you're paying attention a little bit. It's a fun stitch. It's an easy stitch. I'm really enjoying it. So when I finish Freak for the Beak for March, and my April sweet stitching, I'll go back to Crochet A Go-Go, and I will do that, my monthly sals, or my monthly sal Freak for the Beak, and then my monthly sweet stitch, and then continue to work on American Sampler by Crochet A Go-Go. And then Niecy Lynn couldn't believe this. This is not the one that she saw at the Royal Retreat, but she just couldn't believe that my thread bed looks like this. She said, well, I thought you would have them all round in little circles and then just stuck them. No, don't have time for that. So, and then I realized today that I have ladybugs on this cute little bag, so I attach my ladybug zipper pull. So, those are my whips. I do not have any FOs or FFOs, and I didn't pull out any previous previous finishes. So, I want to announce that we're going to have 2 new sals. Now, I do not have a start date for either one of them. Karen Grapp from Sampler Guild of the Rockies, when we were having drinks in the stateroom, Jean was talking about one of her ancestors, Janet Irving. She has the original sampler, and quite a few years ago, in fact, this says 1981, she recharted that sampler. So Karen already had it, and she said, well, let's do a sal. So I need to reach out to Jean and make sure it's okay with her that we do this, but this gives you plenty of time. I will link Jean's Etsy below because that's where you can get it. It's a PDF. And here is Janet Irving sampler. And it, I think, well, I can't remember now. I think it's got Cosmo, DMC, and silks listed, but I'm not positive. But I will do it in cottons, I'm sure. But isn't that beautiful? I just love all those alphabets and those trees. So Jean told us a little bit about it, and it was really fabulous. So it will be hashtag Janet Irving Sal. But look how Janet, Jannet, Irving, Irving. So it'll just be hashtag Janet Irving Sal. I will have more on that on my next floss tube, the 22nd, because Karen and I, we got to say hi real quickly at the SGR had our monthly meeting today, and so we're both Zoom members. And so I'm thinking, now, do you want to have it as a start along, or should we divide it up and make it like a year long or 18-month long sal? I could go either way. Janet said she could go either way. So if you're interested in stitching this with us, let us know which you would prefer. Monthly, homework, if you will, or monthly stitches, or would you prefer just start along and, we'll just run with it. So, so I'm thinking that we won't start that before at the earliest, the end of April, probably sometime in May. So let me know what you think. And then remember, I think I said last time, because I had had lunch with Christy from Happiness is Heartmade, and I had seen her Americana sampler that she did. Well, it's released at market, and this is it. Sentinels of 76. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm thinking I might want to stitch this on 46 count and make it into a small dough bowl pillow or a pin keep. Let me know what you think about that too. Janet, I think you told me that you might be interested in doing this, doing a sal for this. Would you please reach out to me either via Insta or email, and I'll put both of those below. Instagram is pattypen and the number 4. Email pattypen199@msn.com, and let me know if you want to do the sal with me. And then we'll just have hashtag Sentinels of 76 without the apostrophe. Sentinels of 76 Sal. So I'm excited about that. And and Christy has a bunny, Americana bunny, that she also released that I saw yesterday, I think. It's so cute. So I'll have, I'm going to have to do that one. And then just to wrap up, I've got a little bit of haul. I did finally get my Kohana scissors. I thought they would be pinker than they are. That's about the right shade. Might be a tad darker. Yeah, that's probably better. But they are magnificent. I've got the little tiny ones that you squeeze together, and I take those on the plane. But these are exquisite. So these and my new Whiteley scissors will go in my milk glass that Niecy Lynn gave me for my birthday. And I will, I've got to put some waxes in there and then start filling it up. So, so I got my Kohanas. I'm so excited. And then Brandy had some ready to ship fabrics. So I did order some of those. I got We Can't Elope, Can't Elope. Beautiful. That's a little darker than this. I'm not sure what I'm gonna stitch on this, but you know, another Boomerang Stitches bird. Wouldn't that be fabulous? So I got that. That's 40 count. And then I got Bluebell in 40 count and 46 count. Then, look at this. This is Dusk. Oh, is that lovely? Oh my gosh. Yes, and that's 40 count. And then Pumpkin Patch. Couldn't resist. Is that 40 count? Yeah, that's 40 count. And then I got 2 cuts of 40 count Conversation Hearts. One that's not opalized or opalescent, and then a cut that is. So I've got to come up with some stuff to put on these. So we'll see. I'm excited. Then I'm in Crazy Annie's, I forget the exact description, but it's like Designer of the Month or Designer Spotlight. And I'll try to remember and link Crazy Annie's Facebook shop, because that's how I signed up for it. And I signed up for it specifically because Christy, Happiness is Heartmade, is one of the designers. And guess whose I just got? When I got home, it was here. Look at that. Pink petals. Pink petals. Pink. Yes, pink. So you know I'm loving it. Look at these colors. They're gorgeous. So I've got a lot that I've got to do. Ooh. Maybe. Then I got my Atomic Ranch from Dreama, Needlecraft Corner. I get a fat half, and I just switched to the 46 count, and this is Dune. And it's not really mottled. It's just a nice neutral. Just beautiful. And then she always sends me a little something. So look at that cardinal. You know how much I love my cardinals. So, and then a couple of things from Gary and Ronnie, Gowron Stitchery. Percival Puppy, or excuse me, Sir Percival Puppy, Hello and Goodbye. It's a needle book. Front, back. Summer House Stitch Works. There's the inside. And yes, you do stitch that too. Or no, I think you do stitch that. Well, you know, I can't get the dog. I mean, my kitties were already mad at me. Lady Catherine Kitty, Hello, Goodbye. Look at that. It's so cute. So I got those, and then I had wanted this. So it's Flossabilities, and it's Christmas Town. And I do want to stitch it on a dark blue. I probably have something upstairs in my stash. If I do, I will probably go ahead and kit this up. Let's see. And it's all DMC. All DMC. So, you know, easy to kit up. And then I'm a part of the Facebook group. I forget the name of it now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not firing on all cylinders today. But you do exclusives, and you can get different samplers at different times of the year. And this is Susan Little, 1844, and I love all the birds. Just love those birds. And I got it kitted with the bell swap and the 40 count Valley Forge by Needle and Flax. So this will go into a project bag. And then we also got a little, it's so cute. You know how I love these. I make these for ork trays. But isn't that one pretty? So that was it. It's enough. I'm hoping that I will get up to Dreama's maybe the first weekend in April because I got some market stuff from her, and then I also ordered some market releases from Just Keep Stitching Co. Steph, and maybe that will be here at the end of this week. That's really all I have today. I appreciate you sticking with me, and again, please like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Next Floss Tube will be in 2 Sundays. That's the 22nd of March. And I hope you have a great 2 weeks. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon.